Hi and good evening, everyone. My name is Albert, and this is Vlogs About Nothing. Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very busy night to join me. I really appreciate it. Also, special shout out and thanks to the crazy ex girlfriend from last year, because if it wasn't for you, I would not be in proud possession and the proud owner of this really cool limited edition 25th WB anniversary hoodie that's Batman. So, just want to throw that out there real quick because I've never had the opportunity. I never will. So if you ever watch this video, crazy old lady, thanks. This is the best thing that you ever did for me. And it was at the end of our relationship when you left me with nothing and absolutely just shattered mentally and literally physically. Thanks for that, by the way. But regardless, I got this real cool hoodie. So I'm not going to stress it. You feel me? What does she have other than like 300 of my tapes? So if you ever do watch this video, please drop off my possessions. That'd be great. Anyways, I hope that you guys are doing really well. I want to talk tonight about I want to talk about things that I think you can do to make your day just a little bit easier, just in case you live in an apartment complex where they're resurfacing the concrete slabs outside, or you just come home from a stressful day of work or whatever, you feel me? There's a few things that I do that I could let y'all know about that help keep me in this perky little attitude. And so let's just start off, right? So obviously, the biggest thing that I always advocate for to just relax and stay stressed and drama free is nothing. You feel me? Quite often, you can accomplish so much by just sitting there and doing nothing. I applaud people for this, in fact, just because it does take a little bit of restraint. However, the results are noted, dutifully within that sort of parameter, right? And I truly mean that. So if you're ever feeling stressed out or there's too much drama going on around you, just sit there and do nothing. Let your mind unwind and don't think about anything. Seriously, I do it all the time and it's great. It is phenomenal. Anyways, I do, after all, host a show called Vlogs About Nothing, which is going to be getting into its 700th episode here just after this video. So this is 699. So to the YouTube algorithm, shadow god, I'm happy that we've made it this far. Now let's continue to move forward, and let's put up another 700 videos. You feel me? Bang it out right away in a little under 6 months. I swear, sometimes the workload is just unreasonable, and I'm a pretty reasonable guy, so I like the challenge. Regardless, I also like taking a hot shower. So this show, despite it being started as like a helpful reseller channel sort of a thing loosely, prior to that I was a streamer on Periscope and I did shower vlogs. And so I've have a few here that were archived from Periscope and then downloaded simultaneously while they were being downloaded to Periscope, also got uploaded to YouTube. And this was right at the end of Periscope and at the end of my lease, as it was where I was staying and before the property got bought out and your boy here got gentrified out, you feel me? So, yeah, what's up, Princeton? I still see you, and yeah, in many other different worlds, I'm the owner of that building, and I'm just waking up from upstairs, walking downstairs, putting on the same coffee percolator that had been put on for 80 years, and that's what's going down. In this particular timeline, here on this surface reality, something different happened, you feel me? And that's cool. But I bring up showers because it's something that even when I was getting thrown out on the street, it was something that I felt real good about. There's nothing like a hot shower, and I mean that. I like cold showers. There's a part of every shower that I blasted on cold. I'm a little weird, but it's never a full complete shower without that nice warm water, you feel me? So taking a warm shower obviously is something that you can do to just like relax, seriously, just chill out. So do nothing, take a shower, or find a recipe online that you can follow at home and make yourself something that you'll have a reward. Like, so you get a easy bake cookie recipe. No, not the easy bake one. I'm just using the words together, but you know what I mean. And often I'll do this to stay completely within my mind and within sort of the positive realm of that. I'll just cook. I love cooking, so I'll just shut up and cook. I like using whatever energy I might have towards the task at hand, and I feel like feeding yourself is not a bad thing, so it's a win-win situation, you know? So some of us do different things, but definitely do nothing, take a shower, or cook. You feel me? Cook something extremely greasy and something that you would consider to have on your cheat day if you're dieting or something. Have a little bit of fun. Which brings me to the whole, I will publicly talk about this. Making sopapillas by scratch or from scratch by hand is no joke. So, it's very messy, and I've been around sopapilla making my whole life, and I'm just saying that I'm just barely entering a part of my life where I feel comfortable making sopapillas. And for the record, it is one of the more challenging items that is needed to be prepared exactly right. Otherwise, you end up with a bunch of sticky goo in your pan like I did last night. It wasn't in a pan, it was in a mixing bowl. But I was hoping to put it, I guess it like on a pan with some hot oil that was make it frying at some point, but I put too much oil in the sopapilla mix last night, and it turned out to be like this creation that I could have submitted in my first grade science fair. You know, it was one of those kinds of things. It was terrible. It was really awful. And it was so sticky. Oil is so gross. Oil is gross, all right? And we use avocado oil, so I can imagine other sticky, Crisco, greasy oil. That's just not my thing, you know? And in fact, because of that most recent job that I had taken, my body is just now equalizing, coming back down to equilibrium from our homeostasis or whatever. You feel me? I'm just starting to feel normal again because I had been consuming like 2.5 weeks worth of just fried food, and that's something that I don't typically do. And so my body is just getting all that away from me, and I'm very proud of that. Although I'm not so happy because this morning some crazy lady almost literally drove right into me. So that was the whole thing. And you know what I did? I threw my phone at this car, right? So as I threw my phone at the car, I'm realizing that my phone's already broken. So, I mean, but literally, this woman literally almost ran me over. It was insane. So, shout out to all my pedestrians and commuters out there who have to deal with all the crazy folks out on the American streets who, for some reason, think their life is so important, they're willing to run you over for it. It's like Grandma Jane over here had to be to her, you know, like geriatric appointment by noon, and so she's like driving 60 miles an hour down the road, you know? It's like really frustrating. Boomers, please stay home. And like anybody that doesn't have like the forthright to understand that there are other people that live in this world, you're not the only one. I understand that it can be something kind of hard to absorb, you feel me? You've been so egocentric, so self-centered, so egotistical, so narcissist for so long that, I mean, it's just basically like waking up and breathing for you. But let me be a friendly reminder to all of you commuter, pedestrian hating American road drivers out there. Seriously, you're responsible. You're like criminals, I think they call them. And I think it's called aggravated assault or a battery or attempted, you know, where I'm going with that. But like seriously, like what are you thinking? What is wrong with you guys? When you guys hop into cars, do you guys just think to yourself that it's like a free-for-all and it's GTA and it's some sort of open world and you actually get rewarded and there's incentives for harming other people? Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. And it's because of all of you guys that I hope the roads are automated sooner than later, because seriously, machines care more about human life than humans do. And I would make that argument from here to the moon all day, all night. Seriously, at least they don't know how to just be evil, which is like something I guess some people are born with and they just act on that feeling. And given the environment, boy, here we go again. The future Donald Trumps and Kamala Harrises of the world. I mean, and then you give a kid a good upbringing and a relatively peaceful, normal life, right? And you end up with people like Bernie Sanders who get pushed under the bus and then like are a token kind of member to their party for doing absolutely nothing other than tarnishing the old guy's name who should have been president. If we're all being clear with each other right now, this is the year, in fact, that Bernie Sanders should be exiting the White House. So you can imagine a world with Bernie Sanders the last 8 years as opposed to like whatever we else had the last 8 years. Because it's 2024, right? So since 2016, we had Trump, the old guy who can't stand up and barely remembers his name, was not an advocate for civil rights, and in fact argued against people getting certain civil right protections, right? But no, that's cool. He was a VP underneath the black guy, right? So that's his token sort of entry into the White House. That's cool. Let's elect the old guy. No one even really knows or has heard from him. I mean, is this guy still around? Are you okay, President Biden? I have publicly been so respectful, and I have publicly just kind of, not shied away from the situation, but sort of like, it's game time now, baby. And I'm just saying that 2024, as a friendly reminder to all of us Americans who got cheated out of a future, an actual future full of like real opportunity and prosperity, Bernie Sanders should just be leaving the White House. So, I mean, again, like, food for thought, I mean, we've gone through one Trump, one senile old guy, and well, I mean, I guess they're both senile, to be fair. But regardless, one of those senile men is going to be our president again. So this is like what they call in sports a 12-year swing. So, or a 4-year swing, right? So instead of just having the problem for 4 years, and or potentially never having the problem at all, because Bernie Sanders would have absolutely trumped Trump. See what I did there? But regardless, what a time to be alive. That was a good album by Drake. And I don't care how many BET Awards Kendrick Lamar wins. Nobody listens to your music, man. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. So, I don't know. Is anybody out there bumping Kendrick Lamar? I don't think so. Unless you're within Kendrick Lamar's circle or you're being paid to download illegal Spotify's, then, Spotify hits, then I'm not really sure. It's like saying Big Sean is still popular. Seriously? Seriously? Anyways, I hope that you guys have a really good night, and I guess we should all just be happy that Big Sean didn't take home like 7 or 8 BET awards last night, just for the simple fact that, he's causing problems within, like, there are own, like, racial tensions, and, instead of, like, being open and amicable to be working with other artists, especially within the same historically marginalized population, right? Let's just fight with each other, because that's better. That's better. Let's just all fight with each other. Hey, brown people, black people, let's just continue to do what we've been doing since we've known each other, and let's just keep fighting, because that works. That's going to work out for us. It doesn't, and I'm being totally sarcastic. I hope that you get that. Anyways, I'm about to shoot the 700th episode of this show that we got going on this channel, so I hope that you guys have a really fun night. I hope that you're safe, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.